All right, I've got one from the middle group. I've got one from the group over here. Who's representing this corner over here? Oh, so you guys just gave them a lot of power. They just went and picked the one they wanted.
No, there's a plan. There's a method.
Come on up.
Two of us are from one group. Yeah,
So-
we're in one group here.
Okay, cool. So what did you guys think of that exercise?
We need lots more time to chat.
Yeah, clearly. Oh, I heard that fall while we were talking. Yeah, it fell off the chair.
No dancing.
All right, we're still. Oh, Jennifer Gandia maybe is. Yep, come on up. All right, so any one of you can go first. Just share what the idea was of your group and what your struggle was to get to one. Yeah, that mic's on. Yep.
Hi, we were in the first group, and we had a lot of discussion, but we came to a all-inclusive solution at the end, which is, we called it hashtag Jewelry Revolution, but that's a working title since that hashtag is already in use. A consumer-facing marketing arm of ethical metalsmiths, with the caveat that everybody commit to joining and supporting the project.
And then there are two projects that are already going on right now called the Jewelry Glossary Project, as well as Better Jewelry Project. And in our group, we were talking about having a common language and not supporting the greenwashing that's going on, but if we can all agree to both the language that we're working towards and the transparency that we are trying to achieve in all of our sourcing, then as a group here in this room, as well as our consumers, will be educated and we can be able to tell our story in the same verbiage that is being used poorly in the rest of the industry.
And I think that a key to it is that the consumer-facing push will be positive storytelling to get people interested and understand why the choices they make in their jewelry purchases are so important and beneficial to people around the world.
Okay. You want to go next, Ed? Oh. Okay, Danny's up next for the group in the middle.
Yeah, so the group in the middle had a lot of ideas, which was very reassuring. But where we landed, and I think that this could be the first or one idea for your new organization, we would like to do, or we are pitching a social media takeover. It would be a collective of jewelers who would all post at the same time, and it could be around a holiday or just a coordinated day, and everyone would post, where did my diamond go on the first day? Or I'm sorry, where did my diamond come from? Day 2 could be, where did my gold come from? Day 3 could be, where did my gemstone come from? So as many jewelers as we could organize and get together would all post this at the same time, really blast it on social media. And the idea behind that is that we want to encourage the end consumer to ask questions, but we don't necessarily just want to say, hey, you should be asking questions. So if they see the questions being asked, that should spark something within them. It would also be great if we could get ASM communities, organizations of Fairminds, posting on the same day as well. And their perspective would be, where did my diamond go? Where did my gold go? Where did my gemstone go? So it's very simple up front, but we really think that an important part of this is also education. So these posts should lead to a one-pager on each topic that highlights things that we've talked today and the biggest issues that we want the customers to know first. And it really would just be, it could be an iterative campaign that's done every year with a different focus. It could dig deeper and deeper and deeper. We also mentioned the jewelry, or the Better Jewelry Project. We could really work with them they could be where we landed, but just getting that coordinated effort so as many people as possible see the questions being asked.
Okay.
Our idea. Oh, sorry, that's one idea. And then Brandy was going to bring up the other one, but she had to run out. So we also want to write a letter to jewelry organizations, bringing up not all of the topics, but the, I'm not sure how you say it,
Morongi women?
Yes, the Morongi woman. So Brandy offered to write the letter, but we would ask that everyone in this room sends a letter from their organization to the, I just blanked. Yeah, the Gold Council, the World Bank, all of the big organizations. So kind of doing a big letter writing campaign as well.
Okay.
All right, we were in the third group, and one of the things that I am really heartened by is that I think all three groups were talking about a lot of the same things: consumer education, marketing, and spreading the message. So everything that we were going to talk about was kind of covered already, and done very well, so I'm not going to take up any more time with that. But one of the other items that came up, because both Bob and I, who are retailers, were in the same group, is the need for there to be outreach to retailers, helping them to understand more about how to get to the next step, whatever that might be in their, in a responsible sourcing journey, how to talk to their vendors. So it wasn't actually the idea that I came up here to talk about, but because that was so well covered, I didn't want to, go through that again. So this idea was not perfectly developed. One of the things that Bob and I said at the very end when we had a moment alone is, to try and find a retailer organization like the JA and figure out how we could get them maybe connected with an ethical metalsmiths, with people who are already doing the work, and try to develop something to bring more retailers into the room, into the conversation, and into their own journey of starting to practice some kind of responsible sourcing from wherever they're at. So that's what I'm going to leave you with.
Well, and in that vein, In-Store gave us a little bit of space in their floor sessions to talk to retailers about how to get started. So Ethical Metalsmiths worked to pull together some panelists for me, and it's going to be Christina Malle and Wendy Waldenberg and Susan, our Susan. We're going to talk about how to get started and how to have the conversation for the retailers attending the In-Store show, and that's this week.
Great.
So it's a step. Tomorrow at 5.
Great.
All right, great job. I did hear there was one idea that was responsible Barbie. Yes. And I really feel like we should not ignore the fact that was responsible sourcing Barbie. So.
Actually, I do want to mention one other thing that came up, because it is an action item and is quite brilliant, and that was from this gentleman. I'm sorry that I'm. That's right. Okay, so this gentleman will be speaking afterwards. I'm so embarrassed that I don't remember your name right now. But anyhow, you had a great idea, and that idea was to do what the academic and scientific community is doing in debunking misinformation and using an army of students. We wrote down army of students. I probably should have led with that. The army of students to get out there and just be engaged consistently in forums and other places where misinformation is being spread, and just literally debunking and providing correct information, using information to fight misinformation with our army of students. So there you go.
Well, I applaud all of you. That was great work. Thank you.